There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential. Welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Globe.
Psychologist, relationship coach, the one, the only
Benjamin Zulu.
Benjamin Zulu himself.
Welcome back to Benjamin Zulu Global Show. My name is Sylvia Kirimi. Thank you so much for being here for an amazing session that we are going to be having with Benjamin Zulu. And I know he has packed a lot for us. Before we unpack, let me read something small here. And it says, the more you mature, the more you realize that you don't want to be crazily in love. You want to be stable in love, calm in love, understood in love, safe in love. You wanted a love that feels like home, not just an escapade. Your soul thrives in warmth, not just storms. And talking about storms, this takes us to our conversation today, where we are talking about the mistakes, worst mistakes actually, that women make during conflicts that chase their men away.
Yes. And we are talking about disagreements because they are bound to come.
Yes.
It is impossible, but that offenses must come. We cannot prevent offenses and disagreements from coming. We wish they don't. We don't want to deal with that. Many people fear confrontation. It brings out the worst feelings, anxiety, rejection. It brings a lot of cocktail of bitter feelings.
Yeah.
Nobody wants conflicts. Nobody wants disagreements.
Yes.
But because you are people who have different minds, you are going to have conflict of interest. You're going to feel misunderstood, left out, not considered. At some point you feel not included. At some point you feel this person didn't consider my feelings. Something you said hurt me.
Yeah.
Or this tendency you have to do ABCD. I find it condescending. I find it not considerate. There's a struggle, and a genuine struggle, when it comes to a person who would have otherwise included you, but they choose not to. Why do we disagree? Because we are so close, there's bound to be friction.
Yes.
When bottles are being carried in the same crate, you hear them making noise. They are not breaking each other, but there's motion.
Yes.
There's motion.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's motion, the noise of movement, the noise of activity, the noise of progress. We don't talk about it a lot. People throw in the word fighting. So you imagine, we don't have to fight. It's not a must. So remove the word fighting.
Yes.
Just see the necessary friction, the inevitable friction of operating together.
Yeah.
And the fact that we have different personalities, different perspectives, we share so much in common that we got married, hopefully got married because we have so much in alignment. But at the same time, we have so much similarities to connect, but also so many differences to complement each other. Differences help us to complement.
Yeah.
Similarities help us to connect. When you have those two, and there's a contradiction, you're going to struggle to find which one. Where is the balance? Which one should become the middle ground? When you come to a relationship with all your heart, the little things the person does pierce you deeply. Those who love deeply, those who care deeply, also hurt deeply. When you are honestly invested, deeply into it, you want this to work and you've given it your all. The stakes are so high for you. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's your feelings, it's your heart, it's your mind, it's your time, Now imagine when you get kids there, when you have investments there, when you have spent your days there, when all your social life is there. If you sit down and calculate how much you invest with the person you marry, you can never be casual with such a choice.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of mental absenteeism to be careless with the person you institute and then evolve your whole life around them. You're going to revolve. That's why cohabitating is one of the worst things you can do for yourself, but it only becomes clear in retrospect.
Yeah.
It's investing your life in something that has no foundation. When you're starting, it's only love. But with time, money. With time. As time goes, social life. As time goes, reputation. As time, your DNA. As time goes, your life.
So many permanent things start stamping
piling up. Now, after 10 years, what else has left? Your generation has left. If you get out of this bus, the other buses are gone.
Oh, yeah. It's scary to think of it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
With time, other people are paired and gone.
True.
You casually staggered into this person. We just moved in. Then the other guys moved on. You move in.
Yeah.
Other guys
Moved on.
So when people move in, they usually end up moving out.
Yeah.
Casual in, casual
Casual out.
You know?
Yeah.
But you usually brainwash yourself. We shall formalize. At least my parents know him. I've introduced our parents. We have blessings of our parents.
Yeah.
Let's remind ourselves what's wrong with cohabiting. It starts on the wrong foot of sexual indulgence. That is the only major problem. Yeah. It is usually the cart before the horse. That is the problem. It's not the who. It's not even the person. It's the how. It's what you put for. The selection criteria for cohabitating is not the same as it was, as it will be if you are selecting for covenant. When you select for covenant, you ask questions of life. When you drift for cohabitating, it's convenience. We realize, why are we living apart and we are spending so much together anyway?
Yeah.
We're in the same city, there's no point. So you start compromising sexually, and you think, it's the same as if we're living together anyway.
Yeah.
Why are we paying 2 rents?
Exactly.
Why are we paying so much bus fare? I'm coming here, sometimes I spend a weekend. You compromise the first one, then you use the first compromise to justify
The second one and the third one.
And where does that take you? It takes you on the left. I don't know who named the hands. Right?
Yes.
And the one that was left behind, I don't know who left it. Left. And in America, the political parties, the political divides are usually right wing and left wing.
Oh.
I think it is how they used to sit in parliament when they're debating.
Yes.
So when the speaker is over here, the speaker says to my right
And to my left.
So the opinions of those who are conservative, those who are more traditional, they used to sit on the right. Then the other guys were just individualistic, modern, revolutionary. So they used to sit on
To the left.
So you hear now this one is leftist, that is right wing. So their thinking usually divided into two. Africa does not have 2 divides. Africa has 20 divides, depending on the interests. Somebody asked an engineer what is 2 times 2. The engineer said it is that should be 4.0 square units. And as an accountant, what is 2 times 2? Are you talking about dollars or pounds? They could say, yeah, then that should be $4. Then come to a lawyer, excuse me, sir, what is 2 times 2? So they say, hey, what do you want it to be? Okay, not all. Not all lawyers lie.
That's the African.
1 US. So the first 2 is yours. The other 2. You came here for genuine calculation.
Yes.
The guy is already, okay, you take the first 2. Give me that. You know? But Inguni said, corruption is very hard to fight because it shares the loot. That's one thing hard to fight the corruption.
Yes.
You come here to fight it, it shares with you. Yeah, you get this one. So it works on your greed. you really need a lot of stand to fight corruption, because many times corruption is not aggressive, it's friendly.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, in whispers.
It's enticing. Yes. In the end, it pierces you with an arrow, but in the immediate, it acts like, oh, but if you can give, we can sort you now. You can queue. There's a queue that you need 5 hours, waiting time.
Yeah.
But if you give something, we can, can make you fraud right now.
Yeah.
You know? And people get used to that, to tipping somebody so they can be rushed ahead.
True.
It's unfairness against those who are queuing.
Yeah.
So, when you are in disagreement, you are not in your element. When you are fighting, when there is a tension, when there is tension, when there's a fallout, you are not in your best. You are not at your energy.
Yeah.
You are not where you'd have wished to be. You are not going to talk normally. You're not going to be sweet. So, because disagreements are bound to come, when you disagree with men, what should you remember about their psychology? What are the mistakes that, when you do them, they escalate issues?
Yeah.
What are some of the things that feel natural to you to do, but they're very detrimental to him? What are those things you should avoid, although he is not articulate enough to say them? We want to highlight some of those things that come from your biology, your psychology, your makeup. But for him, they don't land right. And the first one is when you invite third parties to the dispute, when he's unawares. There's a time to seek the help of outsiders, people whom you trust together.
Yeah.
But many women tend to live a communal. They have a girlfriend whom they tell everything.
Yeah.
Men feel so uncomfortable when they're in the presence of that best girlfriend whom they know she may not. He wonders how much she knows. It's very disconcerting. I don't know why women don't get it. It's very disconcerting. That's why we usually avoid meeting them.
Oh. Now I get it.
Maybe she even knows the color of my innerwear today. How do I know? It's creepy, honestly.
Yeah, some women talk too much.
You want to be around a person who you don't know what they know.
So uncomfortable.
It's like they can see through you.
Yeah.
You know. And at this moment, she's in your bedroom. The other moment, she was in your kitchen. The other moment, she appeared here. She brought your wife's car. Next moment, she's the one who brought the kids. Next moment, you call your wife's phone, she picks. Can you stop having this nonsense of best friends? When you grow up, make your partner your best friend. Let other friends remain friends. But your confidant should be your partner. And if they cannot be your confidant, don't marry them. No? Is that Greek? Why are you marrying people and keeping them as arm's length while it is another girl, someplace, some woman who knows every corner of my house?
Yeah.
Who knows my children even I don't know better than me? And I'm invited. She just shows up. Sometimes you wanted to catch up with your woman, but she's in a very deep conversation with our girl until 2 a.m. It is immaturity to continue having a character who as if you are college girls and you are married. You have a whole family going on.
Yeah.
You're in the shop and you can't sell because you are talking with your girl. And you get on phone, none of us can reach you now because you are talking for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Now imagine me getting my wife phone busy, and that's my wife. I can't reach phone busy.
Yeah.
I can't even talk now to my wife because she got on this call with her girlfriend.
The girlfriend.
And even when she talks to me, if the girlfriend is over there, she has just kept quiet. Surely, what are we doing? What are we doing?
That's a relationship for 3.
You know,
Yes.
and you wonder, this so many hours of conversation, how much has been spared in the realm of sacredness? Men may not. You see, when you get married, the man does not have a lot of authority to really challenge directly. So when you come to a place of disagreement or we have hurt each other or something is happening, and now that girlfriend whom you tell every detail, including the dreams you dreamt. Now, and you remember, this girlfriend can be your mother. Women are weird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially mothers.
Why should your mother be also your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Can you stop being inappropriate, you women? This is inappropriate. I mean, it's just not right. Where are the boundaries? Can you allow your mother to have girlfriends among her age men?
Yes.
And you, according to the laws of nature, go to your age mates. Didn't the Bible ask you to leave your father and mother so that you can cleave to me? What are you doing?
Yes.
You're cleaving to your mother. And I'm over here like a dad here. You make your husbands to avoid their mother-in-law because they don't know what the mother-in-law knows.
Yeah.
It's very disconcerting, honestly. It's very disconcerting.
Oh, yeah.
It's very, that's why they are very zipped. You give general answers. You go with the mood. If the mood wants a no, you say no. If the mood wants a yes, you say yes. It's the man feels naked. There should not be one person in this world who knows all your business. That's why you get betrayal that you can't recover from.
Yeah.
You teach that girl the taste of your husband, but for her to win him,
it's snap of a finger.
Every time you dress, I'm dressing for him today. So she knows how
you dress for him.
You know.
Yeah. And what he likes.
You know. How come you're cooking like this? You know, Bananine likes it just like
this way.
So you download the information to one person.
Yeah.
Sylvia, when you grow up, have different friends for different things. So there's not one of them who knows all the dockets of your life.
True.
So when it comes to business, have somebody who's good in business, discuss business.
Yeah.
When it comes to personal things, particularly grooming and all that, just find a person who you can talk to that. But the one person who should be the center of your life should be your husband, your partner. Let them be a soulmate in fact. Many of us are soulmates on paper, but we are not soulmates. We don't bear our soul. We don't. And one reason women are hiding from us, their husbands, is because they're hiding their money. Imagine you have few shillings. The reason you don't open to me is because you're hiding your money behind you come with your hand.
Yes.
It starts with a very petty thing.
Yeah.
Because you have a small secret account there with some small monies. That's why you are tongue-tied.
When we are talking money.
Yeah. And generally it becomes a gulf. It becomes a rift. It spreads beyond money.
True.
With time now, you are just generally not free. So when we have a disagreement and I know there's a person, you have a tendency to tell that person everything. Even without proof. I just know I'm exposed.
Yeah.
And what when you feel exposed, when you feel disempowered, when you feel disgusted, when you feel like people just... One guy discovered text messages between the wife and one of those women who they would talk like that casually. Loosely. You know the men of this family. We are just here for the money anyway.
Oh.
Maybe she did not mean it. Maybe with her and her girls, they're savage. You know, there's a way you can be savage with people and just talk trash. For fun, maybe.
Yes.
But how was the guy supposed to know that it's just savagery for fun?
He can't know that.
That was the grounds of the breakup. That was the end. That was the end.
Yes.
You can ruin something good by having outsiders whom you tell everything.
And so comfortable with.
The hardest part of becoming a wife is learning how to keep quiet with your family issues and solve them internally. When you need an outsider, you go to a professional who is contracted to deal with the issue alone. Therapy, coach, somebody who is under ethics of confidentiality. Remember when you share with the relatives are in your family to stay, in your life to stay. This is one problem with having your sister as your girlfriend, as your best. Let me remind you that the idea of best friend is immature. Just know that.
Yeah.
Follow the example of your Lord and have 3, not 1. Okay?
Yes.
Your Lord had how many confidants?
3.
Yes. James, John, Peter. Because I'm knowing Peter will annoy him. Get behind me, Satan. Then John is very close. John is so close he can write the revelation. And then there is James. So
He didn't have a bestie.
borrow
He had several.
borrow something.
Yes.
He has 12. Among the 12, there's a traitor. Then you have 3. You know, there's a time he sent 72. There's a time he paid 5,000. Your social life should have those kind of levels. But there should not be that one person who has the key to everything trivial. It's unwise. Except your soulmate.
Because they can crush you in a blink of an eye.
When their lives start crumbling, why do you think? You know, I've heard people say, we have this nanny, she's like family to us, and we all long to have a nanny we can trust with our children. So the best way to make them feel comfortable is to make them feel like they are also family. But let me ask you a question. Between you and that nanny, who has more to lose? When there's a disagreement or when there's a conflict?
It's me.
Thank you. Why would they not sell your secrets for 10,000 shillings? Why would they not educate your enemy for any favor? They're just given a better job and they go to talk to a blogger. Let me tell you the life of Sylvia. When you see that Sylvia walking, let me tell you.
And she travels everything.
Why wouldn't she? Before you call people family, be careful. What do they have to lose? What do they have to lose? They'll be paid by your enemies over there. And they'll say things you can't even reply. They'll damage your reputation permanently. You find yourself fighting a very small person. You know, when they start yapping and you are following after them, what will you say about them? Then they have nothing you can talk.
It's true.
Be careful.
No, in fact, you don't want to engage.
These tiny enemies are very hard to deal with, like a mosquito.
It bites you and you can't bite back. You deal with it.
You find yourself frustrated, clapping off. You know. So, be careful before you bring people to the inside of your life. Let stuff remain stuff. Let them remain stuff. Give them the comfort they need to feel included. Pay them well. Give them good working terms. And be kind to them. That's all you can do. Don't bring them to the bedroom of your affairs that they hear all the conversation. Oh, we are family. No. We are not.
We are not.
If their life begins to have problems, and somebody tells me, I know you know those people. No, I'll give you a better job. No, come and tell us what goes on there. I saw one who was working for the so-called celebrity couples. And now they're going to all the big medias to tell them how those guys are living fake lives. Will you follow up to answer?
No.
Maintain boundaries.
Yes.
Don't make them family. Many of them don't even have family values. Many of them wish to have a husband like yours. Many of them imagine having a home like yours. And if they have a chance to seduce, they know your programs, they know your weakness. Imagine your vulnerable moments when you're not well health-wise. That's when somebody wants to step in and take advantage. Why are you calling family? Let's watch our language, right?
True.
So don't say I'm telling that girlfriend because she's family.
Yes.
Learn to use the right. So the men feel ambushed when your girlfriend. So I was calling on behalf of Sylvia. I understand you guys are not now. How is everything?
She knows too much already.
Yes. So the one thing you make things worse is when you expose our family out there in the midst of disagreements. And the second thing that is almost instinctive when you are annoyed as a woman, and it's also very damaging, is when you splash his vulnerabilities, his secrets, his weaknesses to his face in the midst of a quarrel. Things he told you in moments of vulnerability, you pile them up to show him how bad he is. That man will never talk to you again. That is a leading reason men are very silent around their wives.
Wow. That is deep.
Yeah. He knows he once talked, trusted you, told you vulnerable things. And when you got angry,
You splashed it.
You whipped him with them. Remember, you told me, even flattered, even you told me, that except, you always, it's a dagger you're driving to his heart. When he recovers from that quarrel, sometimes he'll apologize quickly to stop the bombardment. Most men cannot win verbal wars against women.
Definitely.
I know there are men who can argue,
Yes.
but the gentlemen in particular cannot.
Win against a woman.
Some women don't talk a lot, but the few words they say are sharp like double-edged swords.
Yeah.
So, what he does, he swears never again. So, peace returns. And you forget. Because women like to justify, but I was angry.
Brush it.
You can even say, I'm sorry, here's a cup of coffee. Once trust has been broken, sorry means nothing. Trust is only restored by trust. And to win trust again takes time. Broken trust can only be replaced by mended trust. To mend trust is to win me back again and takes a lot of time. Not just apology.
Yeah.
If a man has since stopped talking many times, it's because you slapped him in the face with his worst moments. You keep recalling back the offenses of years back, which we have already resolved.
Yeah.
You keep hinting at them in unrelated situations. If you're willing for me to tell you that also, that's why some men can't go out with their wives anymore. Maybe when they are children. There might be somebody I've had, but to be there in the same space is very triggering. Because when he came that close, you stabbed him.
Yeah.
You said you were angry and you've even forgotten what you said. But we cannot forget how a person framed your worst memories and threw them in your face. I want to remind you that gentlemen hardly walk out of marriages. A place where he's genuinely invested, his children are there, his family is there. Very hard, particularly when there's your child.
Yeah.
A gentleman can forbear a lot of things to be there for his child. But if you become so toxic and unwise that you even type for him, you even bring the screenshot. Remember this. And you ladies are experts of screenshots. 2 years back. Remember this. And the guy is bombarded. So he surrenders. Says, I'm guilty, I'm sorry.
And anytime you're having an issue, or anytime you're actually having a good time, he cannot say good things or bad things.
Exactly. You think you've won. You've won the argument, but you've lost the man. The trust is gone. So there's a fake peace, but he can't call you, can't chat you, can't flirt you anymore.
Fake peace.
Yes. How are you? I'm okay. You're so quiet. Yeah, I'm all right. Just job. So he comes home
you too.
and yes, he comes home and sits where I'm seated in his home with a remote, plays with a child, eats the food, goes to bed.
And tough life begins for the woman.
Yes. And you try to remember the last time it was playful, free, and romantic, and you can't recall. And if a third party counselor asks you, what did you say? No, I think he's having other women. He just stopped. He's not. I think he changed against me. I think. You don't remember the time you had a verbal diarrhea?
Yes.
And him, he can't accuse because what you said is the truth. You see,
Yeah.
women are very dangerous. They tell you the truth.
Oh, actually, yeah, he can't do anything about it.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
With evidence.
Yeah.
Screenshots. And women have keen memory of bad things with dates.
Selective retention. Yes.
With the year and the date and the place, something we can't match. Usually when you go to that realm, the guy just surrenders. He can't argue. He can't put up an argument there. But how many times will you make him feel cornered, intimidated, defeated, silent? Will he continue to crave closeness? So I know many men who have just recoiled and resorted to providing. But he feels deeply sad. Deeply. And men are silent, just silent. He comes to life a little bit, playing with children, doing his work. But with you, parallel lives. Parallel lives.
Yes.
He will do what he's supposed to do. Can you force a person to be playful, relaxed, energetic around you? No. You dress up for him, dry tree.
That's so bad.
You put on your best hair. Oh, you're smart.
He doesn't see it.
He knows you expect it, so. Yeah, that's a nice hair.
It's more hurting.
So your son begins to notice your better clothes faster than him.
Yeah.
Your daughter begins to notice your efforts more.
Yes.
So you transfer. That is how you kill the spirit of a man. During moments of this, you never meant to destroy long term. You wanted to win in the moment. The only advice for women is this: a foolish woman destroys her home with her hands. Destroying is not always about divorce, it's killing the soul of the man. When you feel angry, because women can ruminate for 24 hours, for 72 hours. Monologue.
Yeah.
By the time they tell you something, they have rehearsed it 120 times. Maybe somebody has been doing rehearsals.
Yes.
And now they're doing the recital.
Yes.
You will fail the perfection, my friend.
You with it. Yes.
Because you're so deeply involved in life, you're prone. You are prone to overdo. Please normalize therapy. Normalize talking to a healthy person. Normalize talking issues before you bottle up. And women also have another weapon that is very hard for men to describe. Just, they can respond a certain way without a lot of words. A look, a glance, a sound that is very piercing because they correlate it with something else. Yeah. In that context, you know what she's referring to.
Yes.
A waiter can serve you. A lady serves you, asks, what are you? You mentioned your order. And a lady, your wife gives you a glance. Nothing much happened there, but something has happened. Yes. A message has been passed.
Yes.
I know you and waiters. You know, that is another weapon women can master without man, and it's very damaging.
And dinner gets ruined. That's it. That's done.
You know,
yes, just a glance.
I've seen tiny things a guy will tell you. It's so deeply hurting, but it's very deniable. The woman can just deny. You saw your own things.
And I didn't say anything.
You know. So careful with your insecurities because they force you to overreact.
Yeah.
Learn to heal and to release. The biggest asset a woman can develop for his own woman, for his own family and her own family and her husband is emotional stability, emotional maturity. To know when to let things go, to know when to forget. Stop storing in your phone 10-year records for bad things. Please store memories for good things. Stop storing memories for bad things.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this woman who probably gets those emotional outbursts when they have a conflict, in your own opinion, do we have conflict resolution styles maybe for this woman?
Yes, I think just learning how to diffuse tension through conversing. Journal, pour out through journaling. After we write, we pour out, feel like we have offloaded, then you can tear up and, all right? Practice those methods that involve getting it out of your chest safely. Find ways. So therapy is the leading. Nowadays, you can set up a virtual session in your house with counselors and you pay.
Yeah.
That's why a woman needs money to manage her womanhood. You need a few coins. Then you also need those safe people. I discourage it a lot to have one person who you tell all the differences because they will know you too much.
Yeah.
But you may have that older woman who is like a mentor. She's not in your life. They're usually not a neighbor. There's usually another figure of sort.
Yeah.
And it's not this kind of differences you go to every week. It's a bottling up your feeling. And she can correlate and tell you, remember you have a young child and postpartum stress is real. They can also tell you, remember you're coming from this and that.
Oh, yes.
And it can compound your feelings. You need a person who can give you perspective. There are people who know you and they can give you perspective in a sincere way. Tell you, could it be possible that you're so triggered because of this and that? Just to tell you, find healthy outlets so that you don't bottle up and burst. Therapy, journaling, talking to a safe person, and most importantly, talking to your partner before you ruminate issues and bottle up. Yes.
Wow. Benjamin Zulu has said it all. Now it's up to you, and it's your moment to get the books that he has written. I'm holding Lasting Love, the latest book that he has written, and so many other books that he's written. We have 8 books here. We have self-development books, we have a dating package, and we have a healing package. Get yourself a book and get the wisdom. See you next time.
There are conversations that shape how we live. Conversations that help us navigate challenges of life. Conversations that bring out the best in us. This is where we gather to help each other find the way and unleash our potential.